A senior police officer has challenged politicians to sort out the parade's issue before someone is killed. The warning comes after a second night of violence at Carlisle Circus, which has left 15 officers injured.
Well, we've a number of reports on the violence. Shortly, you'll hear in detail from the police chief who's got operational control for Belfast. But first, this report from Sharon O'Neill on the latest violence.
And viewers are advised that this report contains strobing and flashing images.
Injured and now off the front line. Police officers hurt during a second night of raiding at the Carlisle Circus interface. In the space of 48 hours, more than 60 policemen and women had been wounded during the disorder here. Just hours after the First and Deputy First Ministers announced an initiative to try and break the deadlock here, the raiders were back on the streets. And again, police came under attack from Loyalists and Republicans. Most of the trouble was here in Denmark Street, involving a 150-strong Loyalist mob. Petrol bombs, bricks, stones and fireworks were thrown, cars wrecked. Later a van was hijacked, set on fire and driven at police lines.
The time for posturing on this issue and in relation to the issue of the Covenant centenary parade on the 29th of September has now passed. We need an urgent resolution to this issue, or there is a very real possibility that somebody will get killed over the course of the next few days and weeks.
Police again used water cannon and fired 6 baton rounds. Of the 15 officers injured, 3 were taken to hospital.
I understand the anger and frustration in the Loyalist community. We're at the forefront of expressing that, and we're working hard to address those issues that affect people in the loyal orders and elsewhere and all communities. But the way forward is not through violence, and there must be no repeat, in my view, of these types of scenes that we've seen.
I should be talking to the residents face to face and trying to work out an accommodation here, because an accommodation is possible. I'm not saying that theoretically. We have seen it happen in other places as recently as the Crumlin parade, and what I'm looking for is the type of face-to-face and direct dialogue which will make the difference.
The disorder was not as bad as the night before, nor as long, but still organised, with many of the raiders this time masked.
We need to ensure this doesn't happen on night 3, and I think that people need to be supporting the police to make sure it doesn't happen. I think that the difficulty is that we actually now need to examine why it happened in the first place, and we need to stop blaming people and actually look at the real causes.
So far there have been 8 arrests, and police have vowed there will be more. A 17-year-old today appeared in court charged in connection with the violence. Police couldn't be any clearer. This needs sorted out and now. They're preparing for all eventualities, but are still hopeful political leaders can broker a resolution. Sharon O'Neill, UTV Live, Carlisle Circus, North Belfast.